What's going on, guys? BSG bringing you another Grand Cross video. And in today's video, we're making a tier list based on the regular non-festival units. Yes, we are including seasonal units. So we're going to be making a tier list, basically the top 10 units that you can use, that you can summon. And I think that for the most part, most of these units are actually very good. Nagato did a really good job this year of releasing just straight up good non-festival units. Seasonal units are included in this list, but they did a pretty good job. So shout out to Netmarble. But before we get into it, guys, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you enjoy Grand Cross content. I do my best at trying to upload daily. Not sure when this video will go out, but at the moment in the current recording of the video, there are only a couple non-festival units that aren't seasonal. Frere is the brand newest unit, so I don't know when I'm gonna put this video out, probably sometime next week, but yeah, we'll see what happens. But all right, guys, let's just get right into the video. So we'll start off on number 10. Number 10, I feel like already is going to be very controversial. So for number 10, I'm actually going to put Yamungar. Now, hear me out. Just because she's at number 10 does not mean that I'm, saying she's horrible, bad, whatever the case may be, because she's actually very good. The only issue with Yamungar is she's a demonic beast unit. She's legitimately just that. She's not a a PvP unit. She's not a regular unit. She is literally just a demonic beast battle unit. So that sucks, but her passive is very strong. So that is the reason why I can't really put her that much higher than like number 10. Some people might prioritize demonic beast battle and maybe put her at number 1, who knows. But for me personally, I think I'm gonna put her at number 10. But she is very good if you pull her for the demonic beast battle. Again, she's one of the top tier units in the game just because she's good for that mode. Going over her stuff, I mean, I could go over her passive. Her actual skill set is not the craziest, but her passive is very strong because you guys already know she increases all stat. Okay, let me try and reload this. It disappeared again. What? Am I going crazy right now? Okay, all right. It's not giving me her passive skill. What? All right, hold on. Let me try to do this. Let me just go ahead. Just nice. They're already off to a good start here. All right, so I guess it's not gonna give me her passive skill, but basically what her passive does, as long as you attack in a certain order with your allies, so every single unit besides one has to attack once, right? You can't attack twice with the same unit, otherwise you won't get that 30% boost. So she gives all units 30% boost to their stats, which is good. And then if you attack in a specific order, she gives another 30% boost to all stats. So you're looking at a 60% to all stat boost. That is good, right? Really, really strong. But again, she's not like anything too crazy outside of demonic beast battle. Again, her skill set isn't the craziest. She removes buffs and stances. Her ultimate can increase allies damage dealt and all that good stuff. Okay, her passive is down here for some. Okay, so at the start of every turn in demonic beast battle, applies an effect on allies which increases all stats by 30% for 2 turns. If 3 allies each use skills once or more, the same effect is applied to all allies again. Effect is removed from heroes who use skills after effect is applied. So again, you cannot attack more than once with a unit when you're trying to get this. So just be aware of that, right? A little confusing. It's better shown in game, but yeah, she's very good. Very, very good. Let's move on to number 9. So number 9, I feel like I'm gonna get a lot of heat for this, but okay. So for number 9, I'm actually gonna put Elaine. Now, again, I think Elaine is very solid. I think she is a very solid unit. She is meant for fairy meta, but she is strong in her own right. Her buff skill, she has one of the strongest buff skills in the game. So what she does, she's basically like a walk-in Tarmio with her buff. That's it. She increases HP related stats for all allies, right? And then she instantly recovers a percentage of damage taken for 2 turns. So again, she's like a walk-in Tarmio with this buff. She's very, very solid. I wouldn't give her anything crazy. I actually think that this skill right here hurts her a little bit because it only disables buff skills. I'm not sure, because this might be like a mistake on Grand Cross database, right? So I don't want to give out the wrong information, but I believe it only disables buff skills, and that's it. Like, that's the end of it, unfortunately, right? But if it were to, I don't know, say disable buff skills, they tried to make it different from Droll. Like, if it disabled buff skills and, I don't know, stances, I guess, or something like that, she would be a lot better. But since it's only disabling buff skills, it's kind of weak. The percentage multiplier on rank 3 is wrong, so it doesn't have the right, you know, percentage. I think it's 200 or 250 in game. I think so. I actually don't have Elaine, so I'm not too knowledgeable on her, but I do know that she is very solid for the fairy team, and you potentially, maybe when things change, you could run her elsewhere. But unfortunately, her her holy relic, no, is it her passive? Yeah, it is her passive. So yeah, her passive is geared towards fairy heroes, so you're not really gonna benefit from this passive at all outside of fairies. Unfortunate, but it is what it is, right? It is what it is. Her holy relic is nice. Increases all allies or all enemies damage taken while having the shocks debuff by 30%. So her holy relic is really good, but her passive is mainly geared towards fairies, so do keep that in mind. She wants you to use fairies so that way you can get that shock debuff with Small Wings King, then you can get the bleed and all that good stuff. So she really wants to be ran with Small Wings King or just fairies in general, but she's good. She is actually pretty strong. I do like Elaine. I do. I think she is number 9 for sure. So then we move up to number 8. Okay, so number 8, I'm having a hard time actually with this one. So number 8, I'm gonna put Bond, but I guess we can get out of the way. Number 7, I was gonna put Brynhild. You, I guess, could change them. I don't think these two are below Elaine. I think these two are much better. Bond is only better, I think, because of his passive, but that passive is big. It's big. You use it in Original Demon, you can use it in PvP, you can run it anywhere. So I think that's why Bond is a little bit higher than Elaine. His overall skills, they kind of, like, this is good. I like this skill because it, you know, it's a dissolve, but this like, this isn't doing anything. Like, let's be real. Let's be real. All of Elaine's skills, I think, except for I guess I can't really say that, right? I don't want to like jerk Elaine off or anything like that, but I would argue that, like, her buff skill, her ultimate are just better than Bond's. Like, this attack skill and Bond's ultimate. Bond's ult is a one enemy ult, so single target ult depletes ultimate gauge. It doesn't matter because it's a single target. But Elaine has an AoE release ult, and she has a buff that heals and increases HP related stats. Like, that's pretty good. Bond, yes, he does have the dissolve, but overall, his overall kit isn't the greatest. His passive is strong. His passive is very good, so that's why I put him above Elaine. If he didn't have the passive he did, I actually would probably go something more like this. Like, I really would. In certain cases, you could make this case. I wouldn't like blame if you did, but yeah, I think a lot of people might move Bond up because he's good on the sub. Who knows, right? Who knows? But Brynhild for sure. Brynhild I use a lot. The thing about Brynhild that hurts her, she could be buffed in the future. Who knows, right? We're always gonna get Ragnarok units, so who knows? But here's the thing with her. She is pretty reliant on Sigurd at the moment because Sigurd gives her that attack boost you see, right? So he automatically will give her that attack boost, and then she's hitting for so much damage on her AoE weak point because not only is she getting the basic stat, I believe she does count herself in this passive. So she's getting 24% to her basic stats, right? And then she's getting an extra 30% attack from Sigurd. So she's, you know, she's hitting these numbers, but without Sigurd, it's just like she's hitting like a wet noodle. Her weak point can still be good, but it's not going to be even remotely close to what she's hitting with Sigurd, right? I've used her enough to know this. She, without Sigurd, man, I'm telling you right now, she is mid. Like, she is mid. She's niche with Sigurd. I'm not saying she's overpowered or anything like that, but with Sigurd and Ludo, I would like give her, like, she's very good. Like, she's very good, niche, whatever, but then she's very mid or even like just outright bad without Sigurd or Ludo. She's very weird. She's very weird, but she does have this, which is very good. The debuff that she inflicts on the enemies, so she reduces all enemies attack and defense related stats by 15% for 1 turn. This does stack with OG Ludo, so you're decreasing their defensive related stats by what is it, 55% in total. Yeah, like that's really good. Like, that's really good. So this weak point hits so hard, man. Charge skill, unfortunately for her, is very bad. Horrible, just terrible. I wish they would have gave her something like Power Strike, or something that would help this card a lot more than Charge. But then again, there's not that many effects. Maybe like Amplify, but that would have been pointless on this unit because she doesn't buff herself. She would really be relying on Sigurd if she had Amplify. But there's no other skill effect in the game that you could actually give her besides Charge that would help out this card. Maybe it could even, I guess maybe it could have just been a single target damage card, like how the one Escanor has, or Derriere, or they could have just given her Flood, honest to God. Right? They could have just gave her Flood, but it is what it is. Her Holy Relic is nice because only 1 debuff can be applied on her, and then when she's debuffed, her attack increases by 20%. So think about that. She gets another 20% on top of the 24 she's getting with Sigurd, on top of the 30 she's getting just with Sigurd buffing her. She's good, man. She's good. And her ultimate, average 6 out of 6. This heals for so much, man. It honestly is a godsend when you're low on HP and you get her ult and you heal up the damage. It is so good, man. I'm telling you right now. But yeah, that's why I have her at number 7. Definitely you know, one of the better units to release in the game for sure, but definitely needs help. I feel like with Ragnarok always getting updates, there might be a unit in the future that helps her even more. Freyr was a good step, but not just not it, right? Just not it from what I've seen. So unfortunate from my wife, who my baby girl, oh my god, my mommy milkers, Brennhild, right? So unfortunate, but yeah, she's number 7 for sure in my opinion. You could change these two. That is, you know, that's perfectly fine. I don't really care. You could change this too, but all right, let's keep going. Now, this is where people might get a little upset. I feel like at number 6, I'm gonna put Mono. I think you could change. Maybe it should go like this. Would Mono be 7 or 6? I feel like she's 7. I actually, now I'm thinking about it, I do feel like she's 7, because in my head when I was making this, right, I was like, Mono's definitely above Bren, right? But the one thing I always forget about Mono is that you can't have a unit that debuffs. You can't. So you can't run like Sigurd, you can't run Keel with her, you really can't run like, I don't know, people that would help her out a lot. But she does do a pretty goddamn good job at damage. I will tell you that right now. Her damage output is really good. But I think it's the fact that, you know, you can't run her with these units that really could help her out. Sigurd would be perfect, man. If I'm telling you right now, well, I guess you could run her with Sigurd. You just can't use his snatch, huh? Yeah, you wouldn't be able to use his extort with her, but you could run Sigurd, because then you would get this you would decrease their crit resistance and crit defense, and I believe that would proc Sigurd's passive to give you that attack boost. So you could actually run Sigurd, huh? Maybe. I guess you could say Spike hurts her, but she will crit no matter what. She has 95 base, but the crit damage, like they didn't want to give it too much crit damage, which I completely understand. But she does increase her attack by 7% every time her passive procs, pretty much, right? So that's not terrible. She also has secret technique. I don't know. Maybe mono is 6. Yeah, this is hard actually. All 3 of these units could possibly be interchangeable, but I feel like I'll put mono at 6. I think I'll just put mono at 6 just to like. Again, I don't have mono unfortunately, but I've seen a lot of videos on my girl mono. She does a really good job at damage, man. She does. I'll put mono at 6. I'll keep mono at 6. We'll keep Brynhild at 7 for now. I like this. I like it like that. We'll see what you guys say in the comments. All right, we'll see. All right, let's move on to number 5. So, all right, number 5, right? So, number 5, I'm gonna put Scotty. There, yeah, I can already see this. Listen. All right, Scotty is not a PvP unit. She can be ran in PvP, but she is not a primary PvP unit at all. But you can use her pretty much in the Deer and the brand new Demonic Beast. So Scotty actually does have a lot of worth outside of PvP. She's very good against Keel, don't get me wrong. Against units that work with debuffs, she is good against. But I'm gonna legit just throw her up there because of how good she is in the Deer alone. And you can use her in the new Demonic Beast battle. On global, at the moment of this recording, we don't have the brand new Demonic Beast until pretty much the update rolls around. I might upload this the day of, or maybe the day after we get the update. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I'm just gonna put Scotty up here. You could move her down if you really want to, but I do think the worth of Scotty, it is there, right? It is there. You have her removing buffs. That's very, very good for not only for PvP is that good, but it could be helpful when you're facing off against the Deer and he gets buffs, HP buffs or whatever, attack really stats buffs. It could be helpful. I don't think you're running her in Bird at all, but if you wanted to, I guess you could. She does stack debuffs on herself. She's the first unit, by the way, to do this, stacking debuffs on herself, so she can proc her own passive. And if you keep getting this card, you can literally you can do this like pretty much until you stack up the debuffs. And then also her passive is insane. her passive is crazy. I'm just gonna put that out there. Decreases all enemies attack and defense by 8% and increases ally skill damage dealt by 15% for each debuff on the hero. You can see why she's very good against Keel, right? I don't think, yeah, they don't have her Holy Relic up. She also has a Holy Relic, but I don't remember what it does. Let me see if I can actually check real quick. At the moment, I don't remember exactly what it does, but they might have it here. Let me see. Scotty, okay, so they do have it. So Scotty increases all of the hero stats by 6% up to 3 times when using skills without having a debuff on the hero. Okay, it's worded a little weirdly, but basically if you don't have debuffs on her, her stats go up by 6% up to 3 times. At least I believe that's what it's saying right there. So okay, it works. Her Holy Relic is weird because it works against her her regular passive. Very weird, very weird. But okay, yeah, she does have Holy Relic, just throwing that out there. But again, I think her worth in Demonic Beast is worth noting. So I'm gonna keep her at number. Again, you could lower her, but I'm gonna keep her at number 5. Number 4, I'm gonna put Melascula. I I like Melascula a lot, actually. Like, I don't have Melascula, but I do really like Melascula. And then we're just gonna go ahead and we're gonna throw these units out here. Boom, bada bing, and then bing. Melascula is good. Not only does she counteract her own commandment, which is perfect, but she increases all allies' basic stats by 20% of her lifesteal. What's her lifesteal at? Base 50. 50%. And then you literally can build her with lifesteal if you wanted to. If you want to run her in you can run her in Deer, and you can run her in the new Demonic Beast, because I believe the new Demonic Beast battle, they do ignite, and she makes your allies immune to ignites. What do you know? Very, very good. She has the 1, 2, 3 orb ult depletion. The barrier is not that good. It can help, but it's not that crazy. But the reason why her barrier is actually going to be a little stronger than normal people with barriers like this is because she's increasing her attack by the amount of her 20% of her lifesteal. So by default, her barrier will be stronger than normal people with just regular barriers, but it's no Goddess Elizabeth barrier, right? Not at all. And then in PvP, you already know what her commandment does, gives ignites to people who don't use skills. So you can stack on those ignites, and you can also, you know, use that to your advantage, because if a unit works on debuffs, let's say, I don't know, let's just say Brynhild, for example, I guess, with the weak point, that'd be good. You know, you can stack up those debuffs, get them, you know, get the damage off on them. So she's very good. Like, I actually think that Green Melascula, if she would have came out around the time, maybe if she would have came out a little later in the year, I actually think she would have been still number 2. I make that claim with Green Sario, because Green Sario came out at the beginning of the year, unfortunately, and I think if they would have just waited to release him around the time of Red Tarmio, he would have been way better than what he is. Green Sario is good. He is good. I'm not trying to take away anything from him, but I'm personally not the biggest Green Sario fan, but I know how good he is on the Goddess team, right? He does help out a lot. Cleave, AoE, taunt, reduces damage on rank 2. And then on rank 3, he reduces damage and increases damage dealt. So he is strong, right? Not only that, his grace allows you to actually, not his passive, his grace actually does allow you to get debuffs stacked as well. So you can use this in conjunction with Lilia. You can use this to help you not take as much crit damage. He's just a very good support, right? Very, very good support unit. For the Goddess, or for Archangels team, not the Goddess, but the 4 Archangels, he's weird. He is weird because he increases crit damage for every buff effect on the battlefield. I don't know why they didn't just make this crit chance and crit damage, but maybe that would have been broken. I don't know. But yeah, you could even do this if you wanted to. I don't know. You could, like, I'm gonna get so much hate for this. I'm gonna get so much hate for this. But yeah, you could make this argument. You could even make Tarmio 1. You actually could just go ahead and make Tarmio 1. But I do think overall, Frere might be better. I don't actually. Is Tarmio better? He might be, actually. I'm thinking about it. Tarmio does have a lot. Maybe he is at the moment. Maybe he is. Now that I'm thinking about it, maybe he is, because Tarmio, his grace is annoying as hell, and then also he does have a better team right now with the 4 Angels, the Goddess, whatever you want to call it. So maybe you could make that case that he is still number 1. Yeah, maybe you could actually. All right, I'll take that. I think I'm gonna still put Frere over Green Sario at the moment. Green Sario is in a weird place where he doesn't exactly fit on the Goddess team that well, and the reason for it is because he's he's really not doing much, right? He can taunt and, you know, AoE cleave and all that good stuff, but besides that, he has no buffs, you know, that he's given to the team. Besides crit damage, again, crit damage can help Elizabeth, I guess. And then he also decreases crit chance and crit damage on the enemies whenever he uses a skill. But he's just in a weird sort of predicament that they didn't make him a support as well as they could have. So now he's in a weird spot. But I think this is good. I like this list. I like what I'm looking at. People are going to be like, how is Scotty above Mono? And the reason for it is legitimately because she can be used in Demonic Beast battle. You got to remember, this isn't just PvP based. It's like everywhere based. There might be a few things that I'm missing here and there, but for the most part, I do think that this list is good. Yamungar, again, Yamungar, you can move up, but realistically, it's her passive. Like that's literally it. Her passive. Her skills are lackluster. Whereas Magelda, I'm gonna just make this point. Magelda, she was still kind of booty cheeks, but then they gave her a holy relic. And all of a sudden, she's like, wait, like, hold on. She actually has some tech to her, because you use her healing skill. She not only gives you another buff when you heal up to max, but she removes a debuff. And then, you know, you're getting the double stacks for her passive and her holy relic. Like, she's amazing. But Yamungar is literally just like, you know, you do have to, unfortunately, hit in a certain order. The stat buff you get is amazing, but overall, like, you're not really going to be using her anywhere. I guess you could even give Magelda the benefit of the doubt in PvP. She has Amplify, so you could run her with like another unit that gives buffs and stuff. So I guess you could give her that at least. So but yeah, I like Yamungar at number 10. And then everyone else looks fine. Again, you could maybe like do something like this, move her down, like put Yamungar up here just because of Demonic Beast. Like, you could do this, and I honestly wouldn't really care too much. Truth be told, I wouldn't really care. But yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. What is your tier list? What do you think about certain units? Where would you place these units? Who do you think deserves to be up here that's not? I don't know if I said this in the beginning, but this is this year, right? 2022. 2022 units. So let me know what you guys think down below in the comments. Thank you for watching. It's a little bit of a long video, so I appreciate it if you made it this far in. Thank you guys again for watching, and as always, you guys already know, I will see you all later.